Hi, I'm Annie Botticelli, and many of you know me as the storyteller, as an astrologer, and I also do that, but the umbrella that supersedes my astrology is that I'm a solutionist. I like to help people solve problems. You can see more about all the work I do at on my website, AnnieHelpsYou, all spelled out.com. This video is about betrayal, and there is an awesome technique that I would love to either introduce you to, or if you're already familiar with it, then you can use it as it applies to this topic. It's called the emotional freedom technique, and there's many different derivatives at this point of what this looks like, and you can research yourself if you'd like to learn more about it. I'll give you a quick summary enough to be able to utilize it. The emotional freedom technique is used under the premise that we have lines of energy running through our body called meridians, and that energy and emotions get blocked in these meridians. So by tapping on certain points while saying certain statements, we can clear the energy blockages from these meridians, and that since we create from what's inside of us, if you can clear those meridians of certain energy blockages, then you can shift what you're experiencing in your external experience, which is pretty cool. There's a reason why it's called the emotional freedom technique. Most of us are very much debilitated by our emotional issues, even if we don't experience them as very deep emotions. Some of us do, some of us don't, but we still have, we're still limited by them. So as I move through people's charts and as I consult with people individually and teach classes and do groups, I see common themes that come up for people. And those are the subjects that I'm going to be putting some information about these EFT, how to apply EFT to these. And so today's is betrayal. So I'm going to show you some of the basic points. There's the eyebrow point, and you can do this either with one hand or with two hands, but you're trying to get at the corner of your eyebrow right there. That's one point. And then next to your eye, on the side of the orbital bone, either side, under your eye, on your bone, under your nose, in between your lip and your chin, collarbones. The soft spot is on your left side. The underarm point, which is if you were wearing a bra, that's where it would be, but you can use all four of your fingers so that you can make sure to have good coverage in that area. This is one of the main sequences, and you can just try to use just that sequence. I'll give you a second sequence as well. It's the karate chop point, which we will be using in all of the sessions. There's the V. There's the pinky, which is the inside of your pinky, inside of your middle finger, inside of your pointer, and inside of your thumb. Okay, so we start out with the karate chop point, and we make a statement, a series of statements. So just repeat after me as you tap. Now, I know that this is strange. For some of you, this will be very strange, but if you're desperate and you've tried everything and you really want some shifts, there are massive amounts of people that can attest for the fact that this works really well. So you can either try it or not, but here we go. Even though this person betrayed me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I trusted again and I was betrayed again, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I feel myself walling up to love and intimacy because of this and so many other incidences, I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself and all involved. This betrayal, the pain is overwhelming. I'm so scared to connect with anyone again. I'm so scared that I'll never find love. I'm so scared that this is going to happen again, that anytime I fall in love with somebody, I get devastated, I get hurt, I get torn apart, and it's always the same pattern. Take a deep breath and let it go. Once you know the basic sequence, you can fill in the statements about what you're feeling. And also, as I'm saying things, you can be thinking things. There are multiple ways to do EFT. One is with words. Another is just with feelings. And I encourage you to use both. Sometimes you just feel a certain way. I saw a friend of mine driving as I was walking, and she was tearing up about something, and so took her glasses off, and as she was talking to me, tapping on the points, and in a few minutes, not even a few minutes, probably less than a minute, that emotional spell that she was under sort of just shifted. Now, it didn't solve all of her problems yet. It didn't make a major change in her behavior just at that moment. But it did something. It did something important. So if you feel yourself welling up and you can't even put words to what you're feeling, you can just have an image in your head, to have a feeling. You could be talking, you could be making certain statements, you can be making the same statements over and over, whatever's going through your mind. Be hitting the points while you're thinking, feeling, or talking. So we'll do another sequence. Let's see. Every time I trust someone, I get let down. I'm disappointed again. Disappointed again. I always seem to be disappointed. I have a pendulum swing with my love relationships. I meet someone and I get really high and excited, and then they disappoint me and I get really low and depressed. And I can't seem to find a balance, and I can't seem to find a stable, happy point within myself that stays put regardless of whether or not the person with me is doing the things I want them to do or that I expect them to do. I know that I have to find a stable point within myself that can be my anchor for life so that I don't have to be devastated when people do different things. I know that I can change this pattern. Other people have changed this pattern. I can change this pattern too. I'm going to be receptive to resources that open me up to having different experiences. Now you notice the first sequence was more about the feeling of betrayal. The second kind of transitioned from the betrayal to bringing some hope into the situation. And this is a very common way of doing EFT. I like to do it this way, but I do modify it depending on who I'm working with and what's going on. And usually I like to do a last sequence with something that is uplifting. Other people have found happiness. I can find happiness too. I will find happiness too. Other people can trust. I can trust. I can see clearly people's faults, people's personalities. I can expect exactly what there is to expect from each individual and not see them through glasses that confuse the truth. I'm ready to look at things with clear eyes. I know that I'm okay either way. That I existed before this person. I will exist after this person. I will go on. Things can get better. Things will get better. I can do this. Other people have done this. I can do this too. I feel hopeful. I feel ready. I feel inspired. I feel encouraged. I feel happy. I feel ready. I'm going to do this. Okay, so it's just part of my personality that I tend to like to end off on a positive note. But you can just use EFT when you're upset to clear your energy. You can use this technique. You can first write down some sentences or some ideas that are specific to your information. I've seen a lot of sessions that involve a lot of curse words as their first sequence because someone is feeling a tremendous amount of emotion that they are transmitting through certain words. And that's totally okay, too. So just whatever you're feeling, you don't have to mask it. You don't have to dilute it. Just really put it out there, and you'll start to see that within minutes you can actually transform your mood. So if you're interested in learning more about tapping for betrayal, then definitely contact me, Annie at AnnieHelpsYou.com, or go to my website and contact me through there, AnnieHelpsYou.com. I really want to help people to create better relationships and be happy and be empowered with resources that they can manage themselves and use themselves and teach other people. So if you're interested in going deeper into this work, then contact me. And blessings.